This indicator has helped me gain over $100,000 in payouts in just the last 6 months. Now, since using this indicator, I have been able to avoid losses, improve my win rates, and increase the profitability of my supply and demand zones. Now, throughout this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to use this indicator to your advantage so that you can improve your win rate as well. We're here on NTGJPY on the 4-hour time frame, and to understand where we are trading towards, because that's always the very first thing that I want to do, we need to look at market structure. Now, market structure is bearish in towards the downside because, as we can see, after liquidating this clear liquidity high over here, which was liquidity as it was an overall swing high, where this high tried to take out the high, this high tried to take out this high, and these highs tried to take out this high, you can see that the high finally got liquidated. And after liquidating that high, we saw a V-shaped reaction in towards the downside. Now, ever since that overall V-shaped reaction in towards the downside, you can clearly see that the market has been trending in towards lows, forming lower lows and lower highs. Now, the overall market structure here has a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and we're now looking to establish a new lower low. Now, when looking at market structure, I always differentiate the overall impulsive phase, which we have here, in towards the downside, and the overall pullback phase, which was the pullback that took place in towards the upside, which we're going to make orange over here. Now, as we can see, the market has retraced in towards premium pricing, because if we look at the overall swing structure and we draw in this overall fib retracement tool, you can very clearly see here that the market has retraced above the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. Now, when looking at the overall confluences for the strategy that I'm using, I'm going to break them down one by one for you, because the first piece of confluence that I like to use is market structure. The second piece of confluence that I like using is liquidity. The third one is the PVD tool, and the fifth one is supply and demand. Now, I'm going to run you guys through these individual confluences one by one, and then we're going to dive into the indicator and how we can then improve our overall win rate, taking a setup by using these regular confluences together with that indicator. Okay, so what we're going to again start with is looking at the overall market structure. The market structure is clearly bearish in towards the downside from this high in towards this low. We've seen a retracement, and we're now looking for the overall continuation to take place in towards a newer lower low. Therefore, we understand that market structure is bearish and that we are looking for shorts. Now, when it comes to the second piece of confluence, moreover liquidity, we want to look at the overall impulse in towards the downside, because the way that I understand that liquidity has been taken is by looking for a bump in the road. Now, within this overall impulse in towards the downside, there is one little bump in the road, which I personally identify as a swing high. So when looking at the overall impulse in towards the downside, the criteria for myself to be able to look for a short position back in towards the downside is that that bump in the road at minimum needs to be taken out. Now that liquidity has been taken, I understand that the market is potentially again ready to look for further downside pushes. Now, next to that, there is a second form of liquidity that I like identifying, and that is looking at this price pattern that we have here in towards the highs, and that is an overall ascending wedge where we have a one high, a second high, and a third high. Now, what I like about ascending wedges is that it makes shorters go in towards. Now, what I like about these ascending wedges is that it entices people to go short, because what we have here is a clear level of support and resistance, and what you pretty much simply see happening is that people start to go short when we reject that overall area of previous support, which is now resistance. And in addition to that, if you would change the premium versus discount tool here to a normal Fibonacci retracement, you can clearly see that we have a rejection of the 618, we have a rejection of the support and resistance level, and that a lot of people are looking to go short in towards the downside. Now, the way that I then look at this is that, okay, look, initially people are going short here, they place stop loss above the highs, they get stopped out. Then again, people start to go short, once again they get stopped out, and now the real push in towards the downside has commenced. So this is kind of like a fifth piece of confluence that I like using, which I like calling price. It's very similar to liquidity, but it is just a little bit more different from normal areas of liquidity where we, for example, look at a swing high or swing low. So price is also in towards the downside in the sense that we've seen an ascending wedge. We have the overall liquidity. Well, you guys know we've also retraced into premium pricing called the premium versus discount tool. So that is also bearish. And now what do we need? We need an area of supply and demand. Now, the market has reacted to this overall buy before the sell, which is my area of supply. Now, when coming into that buy before the sell, again, we saw this beautiful ascending price action in the form of the ascending wedge, and we're now looking to see if we can catch the next move in towards the downside again, because what has happened here is that the market again showed us an impulsive phase and it's now pulled back up in towards the upside. Now remember, we use the exact same confluences to again look for a setup here within this overall gray box that I have here on the chart. So what I see here is that market structure again broke in towards the downside. So again, market structure is bearish. Then when we look at liquidity, remember what I was saying, within the overall impulsive phase, we always want to be looking for a bump in the road. So what we have here is a bump in the road. That for me is liquidity again taken. So again, I know that price is potentially ready to continue selling off in towards the downside. If I draw in the premium versus discount tool, we can clearly see that the market has retraced exactly in towards the 0.5 fib. So we have alignment from that perspective. And now all I'm looking for is on the lower time frame for an area of supply to be formed so that we have the confluence to really take that short. Because for myself, a liquidity high is often also enough to form or to be an area of supply. Also, if we look at the left, you can clearly see that this is pretty much an overall buy in towards the highs before a stronger sell down, which for me is just an overall area of supply, also known as order flow. So once the market retraces in towards there, in towards that supply zone, it's taken out liquidity, and we understand that the market structure is bearish in the sense that this here is a swing high, this here is a swing low. We know that, okay, we're now looking for the overall continuation trade in towards the downside. So the last step is now going into the indicator itself. So what you want to do is go into indicators and look for the indicator called the daily, weekly, monthly, yearly opens by SBTNC. Now you want to go to the indicator here on the left top of your screen and double click it. Make sure to turn on the 3 month open. Now you can leave all of these numbers on number 1. If you were to, for example, change it to number 2, then it would show the 2 previous, let's say, daily, weekly, monthly, 3 monthly and 12 monthly open. Now these monthly opens or these daily opens, these yearly opens, again, the M level is the monthly open, the Y level is the yearly open, the 3M is the 3 monthly open, the D level is the daily open, and the W is the weekly open. These levels are going to be natural areas of support and resistance, and they work incredibly strong when combined with a level of supply and demand, or a, let's say, a level of liquidity. Now you can see that naturally here the market tends to interact with those levels and find either support or either find resistance over there. Now what we can see here on the 4-hour time frame is that the market aligns beautifully with the 3 monthly open, and what I'm looking for is for the market to react to that 3 monthly open and continue in towards the downside due to all of the confluences aligning as I just explained. So now in order to enter the market, what I'm looking for here is on the 1-hour time frame, my overall entry criteria. Now the overall entry criteria that I've set for myself is, first of all, on the higher time frame, understanding that the market structure is bearish. So we have the overall swing high in towards the swing low. We come into the 0.5 fib. Then what we wait for is for the 3 monthly open level to get tapped over here. And we have taken out liquidity here with this bump in the road being taken out, which is a swing high liquidity. So we have liquidity. We're trading in line with the higher time frame market structure. We've retraced into the premium versus discount. And now what I'm looking for is for fractal structure confirmation in order to actually enter the position. Now I use this fractal structure break indicator. You can find a link to it in the comment section or in the description of this video. And all it simply does is shows me the market structure here of the individual candlesticks, because what you see here is a push up, a push down, a push up. So here we had a little break of structure. And let me just get a nice and black line here for you guys. So we have a little break of structure here, and then we break the low of this bullish candle, which broke this previous high. Now, if you load in the indicator, you will see it perfectly aligns. And what we then understand is that the buy before the sell here is then going to be your area of supply. And when this supply zone aligns with the 3 monthly open level, you can expect that supply zone to be extra strong. So from that moment onwards, I'm happy to set my sell limits and then target a new lower low for a beautiful 1 to 2.6 risk to reward. Now, what you see happening is that we then get tagged in, and that the market then overall one more time tap that 3 monthly open level, and then the market sells off in towards the downside, hitting RTP. Now, this is a perfect example of how you can combine these open levels together with your own existing strategy or my existing strategy. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. This is the indicator that has literally changed my life, and I hope it will change yours as well. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.